Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, happy Valentine's Day to everyone. Super Bowl. I did a special show, separate show on the Super Bowl. I just want to say the Super Bowl was obviously a nice game. However, I truly believe they wanted LA to win. They loved that story. One thing that I left out of my commentary about the Bengals in the Super Bowl that I want to mention here is The Rock. That was one of the most cringe-worthiest things I've ever seen. The Rock out there doing what he did before the game. Whose idea was that? So Hollywood. All right, the biggest news of the day. I mean, this is off the charts. Is Durham. He put it in his report. He's got it in a pleading. Durham is saying the Hillary Clinton campaign paid somebody, computer types, to hack in to Trump's living location and White House servers to try to prove a Russia connection. Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, I don't have the federal criminal code in front of me, but that has to be a whole lot of federal crimes. I am so tired, like you are, of Hillary and Bill escaping the noose over and over and over again. Even some Democrats have now said, we want her checked out here. The great Hillary comeback? I don't think so. I mean, it is incredible. And Durham, by the way, you hear me talk about how screwed up the legal system is in this country. There is no way in hell Durham needs this many freaking years. It's ridiculous. And of course, a year after the election, this is how slow it goes. And you know why they go slow, folks? They make more money. A special prosecutor and his team, as long as that's going, they're making more money. They milk it for all it's worth. But you talk about treason, unfreaking believable. And Hillary just laughs off everything and nothing ever happens to her. And it's just further proof, not only is it a Russian hoax, it is a treasonous event. What do you got to say now, pencil neck Schiff? What do you got to say now, Nadler? It is unfreaking believable. Biden in Ukraine. Folks, I have a famous negotiating quote that allegedly came from Al Capone, which goes like this. You get more with a kind word and a loaded gun than a kind word alone. And metaphorically, that is true in negotiations. Do you think there would be less likelihood or more likelihood of an invasion of Ukraine if Biden played tough guy? And he keeps bringing up these sanctions. Russia doesn't care about those sanctions. Germany will keep buying their gas. It's a joke. He's the Neville Chamberlain of our time. Check out my article that I wrote about Joe Biden and foreign policy that I've submitted today. I've been writing one every day. Today is Joe Biden and his foreign policy. He's been wrong every single time. Joe Rogan, they actually, I think it was CNN, compared Joe Rogan's use of the N-word, which, by the way, when he used the N-word, he used it explaining, he was talking about the use of the word. They compared that to the Rwanda genocide and January 6th. By the way, January 6th wasn't nothing either. The Freedom Conway just keeps growing and building in popularity. It says it all. It tells you how much power there is when the people stand up together. And you got to make sacrifices. Look at all those truckers that have bills to pay, being away from home, that are sticking to it. Just think if healthcare workers did the same back in August. Just think. The problem is is corporate America bought the healthcare workers. They own the doctors, and at least half the healthcare workers that weren't doctors wanted to play corporate ball. It's a shame. PETA does a Fauci mosaic with animals with his face to go after him. Nice job, PETA. AOC says, hey, let's just flip Texas and we'll control this thing. That is true. If Texas goes, it's over with. That's why we got to hold on to Texas. And you don't think that's part of the immigration policy? By the way, speaking of treason, I've been thinking about this some more. I've said this before. Others have said it. I think Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are intentionally allowing the border, what's going on there to happen. They're doing it on purpose. There's no attempt to stop it. Is that not treason? If you are the President of the United States and you don't protect our borders, is that not treason? I think it is. How is it not? I mean, I don't get it. Pelosi says inflation is because of low unemployment. Let's send her back to an economics class. Unbelievable. The Olympics, viewership is down 50%. I have not watched 1 second of the Olympics. And my guess is most Americans feel the same way. We don't care. It's just got a bad vibe to it, doesn't it? Just who cares about the Olympics in China? Trump is up 7 points with independent voters against Biden in a mock election. I'm shocked it's only 7 points. But I can tell you this, being up 7 points with the independents would ensure Trump's election over Biden. Of course, we know Biden's not going to run again. Maybe it takes somebody like Elon Musk to speak out about it. But Musk is speaking out now about the national debt. And he says something's got to give. And he's right. Something's got to give. We have to just stop this thing. It's like $1 million a second. Over 30 trillion, It's a... When do our politicians say enough? And folks, I want to tell you something. All those politicians have laid that upon us. They've laid it upon us. 24 million taxpayers are waiting their refund from last year. They're all stalled. The IRS seems to be log jammed. Last but not least, in the Ohio Senate race, I'm excited. Gibbons is winning. He is winning. Mandel is in second. Timken and J.D. Vance are way behind. Way behind. Thank goodness. I don't get the J.D. Vance thing. I mean, J.D. Vance was a never Trumper. The things that he said about Trump, wow. Wow. It's not working, JD, thank God. By the way, hillbilly elegy, I'm telling you right now, the book. I started reading the book. I couldn't read it. Thought the movie sucked too. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.